actually poured this earlier, and I just love the sound of fresh cup of coffee going into a cup. I'm sure you do too. But yeah, we are on. It is Thursday. It is December 14th, 2023, and I am live. Eat all your food, big dog? Good. I'll get you some more, okay? Um, yeah, so it's been a busy, busy week. What have I done? A lot of stuff. I looked at Amazon briefly, started to do my draft listing. I'll work more on that later in the weekend, in the week, whatnot. It's interesting I say that. I used to look forward to the weekends. I mean, I still do. It's just now it's it's more of a focused type of tailored weekend. Sometimes mixed with kids, coffee, family. But a lot of times it's coffee. A lot of times I try to put as much coffee stuff as I can in the weekend. And it's mostly now, which is good, working on the business than in the business, as they say. I don't know about that. It's to me it's the same, but I do see a difference in it. I have to do both as of right now, but right now it's more working on it, which is actually pretty fun. In the businesses, dealing with customers, roasting coffee, stuff like that. But what I consider on the on the businesses like listings and coffee selection and blog or podcast topics, things like that. And of course, decisions of what to buy, what not to buy. And yeah. So that's what is on my plate currently right now. But the reason why I'm more so exhausted is because I totally revamped, totally, well, I wouldn't say totally revamped, really figured out my workflow for podcasting. See, when I started podcasting, I just started. Yeah, this coffee's a little old, but creamer, it's all day, all good. I just started, I just started talking, recording, trying to develop a routine, a schedule, you know, and it's been working out pretty well. This is actually, I believe, the 29th podcast, which is pretty cool. You know, I've been at it for about 3, 4 months now, and the process has been really fun. Just getting out there, talking, expressing myself, seeing how things will work out, not work out. I have some blog topics. I mean, some topics to talk about. All that good stuff. And yeah, so, but the thing that I was neglecting is editing, um, figuring out a editing process. And yeah, I use this software called Podcastle. And the beauty of it is that they allow you to do it for free. I mean, it's very limited, what you can do, but it's still enough for you to get started. I think enough for you to get your feet wet to see if it's really for you. And then during Black Friday, I think that's really what started it, was that they were doing a promotion for the year, and it was a pretty good deal. So I jumped on it. One of the things that I did like about the second tier program is that it allowed me to get transcripts. So getting transcripts, I could revise them, do software, create summaries, and then go from there. So it was very important for me to do that. And a lot of times when you have a system or thinking about a system, you don't know really what it looks like or how it will work for you. But now I do believe I do have a really good system of creating a podcast, editing it. And for the most part, I will say this, there's not that much editing really. They do have part of the editing process is to crisp up the sound, so to speak, make it more clear, take out any like distractions or whatnot. So it's very more professional. And it's interesting because, I just bought this mic. This mic is about $60. And I didn't go too crazy, which was really good. I'm glad that I just picked something and went with it, and it's working out pretty well. So yeah. So I have to develop processes and systems and the way to go about it more efficiently and effectively and all that good stuff. So that's what I've done, and it feels really good to have a good system. So for instance, what I would do now is I'm talking, right? I'm doing my podcast. So once it's done, I will edit it. I will get the transcript. I will also work on getting the summary and all that good stuff. And we'll go from there. And then I'll work on the image, think about the image and all that stuff. And then boom, boom, boom. It'll probably take me about 10, 15 minutes to get everything going. But it's a quick, seamless, mostly repeatable process. And that's what I need. And once I get this going, I can work on the next thing. The next thing is to start a blog idea creation. And I'm looking forward to that too, but once you have something that's together that makes sense, then I can go about doing the next thing. And one of the things also that I would like to do is I think I lost my train of thought, but just to be more organized, I guess, but really the next part is to see what's next. So I did submit my bags to my bag designer. I think their quote was incorrect, but they'll correct it today. And this is a 2-pound bag. This is the one for Amazon. So I'm looking forward to that. Mostly finalize what I needed to. And it's looking pretty good. I'll look at it before I really start my day. And then the 12-ounce bags are amazing. They look really good, professional, and the craft bags really do it for it. The way the ink pops out of the screen it comes alive pretty well. So yeah, that's that. It's going relatively well. I'm looking forward to what's next. And then, yeah. Oh, what I also did, which you cannot see, I may do a video blog eventually. It's kind of iffy on my iPad because the way it has it set up, I don't think this app is really made for the iPad. It's made more so for the phone. I may have to get it on the phone and try that out. We'll see. But yeah, so I got my pictures up. It's not perfect. Like one of the ones that I really like, it's of Galveston. It's in the morning, nice orange sky, silhouetting. It's a bridge. I don't know if this bridge is used at all, but it was a perfect backdrop. It looks pretty good. Another sunrise picture that's smaller. I got one of my favorite pictures. Me geeking out being an engineer. So it's a power lines, and I've always passed by these power lines when I was at my first home. And during fall time, September, October, the birds will be there, and they'll come and they'll sit, and then they will move. So I got it perfectly. Of course I took so many pictures, but this one in particular, I have the what you call it at the bottom, the power line at the bottom, and at times the birds just stay there, then they move, and they were like perfectly right in the middle of the image, and it was pretty cool, and I captured it perfectly, and it was like a gray, cool sky. And yeah, a little bit of I forgot what they call it, silhouetting or whatnot, but it's amazing. I actually got it printed, and one of my favorite pictures, which is actually at least right now on my podcast link, is a Porsche that I took of my first camera. I got it perfectly. And again, this picture wouldn't mean nothing if it was a truck. Maybe a drug dealer truck, if you know what I mean. Like those big Dodge trucks, boxy trucks that whenever you see it on a corner, you always think that it's somebody's not good to anything. But no, this was a 1980 Porsche. It was got it perfectly silhouetted. Not silhouetted, but I did got perfect motion blur. And the Porsche's like perfectly you know, uh it's just perfect. And I got it up. I got 4 images up right now. And I need to get this other one up. It felt actually earlier, but it feels good to have some type of direction or style. And that's something that, I wanted to do for a very long time. And now that I've done it, it feels really good. So I do need to work on this backdrop right here, just as a curtain or whatnot. And we will see how that looks and goes. But for the most part, things are coming together in my studio, and this is where I'm planning to do some more videos, and just getting people an idea of what I'm doing, but also more importantly, brewing, because roasting is important. It's more important to me than you, but it is important to you because roasting can fuck up or mess up a coffee, and you wouldn't want to get it anymore. But in this case, it's very imperative, it's important that I do give you back as something. I mean, I am giving you back something, but I like to see if I can give you something in a way to where it's multifaceted. You have podcasts, you can listen to me on the go anytime. You have what else? Blog posts, which I don't know if people read anymore. But video is extremely important. You know, it's more so like a visual representation of the brand. So that's where I need to make sure that you are getting that too. And then I'll start working on samples to give out and all that good stuff. And so there's a lot of things in the pipeline that I'm slowly getting to. And now that I have this podcast workflow figured out and making sense, it's pretty cool that I can see what's going out, what's happening, and going to be something that I can give back to. So the next step is to work on my Amazon listing. And then as I work on my Amazon listing, I will also play around with the blog or the podcast on the website. And then once I get that going, then I can focus on other stuff like blogging, getting back into blogging. Uh, you probably, of course, listened to this before, but I used to blog quite a bit. Uh, 15, almost 15 years ago, I was blogging and it was a lot of fun. And yeah, it's one of those things that I won't say lost love of it. It's just now it's different. And I don't think people resonate with blog posts as much, but it's still, again, another medium, another avenue to get back to people. And that's where things are, and that's where I know that I can be better about as it makes more sense to giving you something that you can gravitate to, you know. But yeah, so that's me. That's what's going on. I am extremely happy. I actually listened to my brother's podcast a little bit, and I really need to just sit down and listen to it. And I can. That's really cool. I can actually listen to it. And I will do that in the next couple of days and start implementing the stuff that we talked about. It's a lot of stuff, and it's things that's going to take a while to really start getting going. But I'm liking the process. I'm liking what is going on with things, and we'll just keep it rolling, keep it going. So there's more things I think I need to want to talk to you about, but yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that soon. So yeah, so other than that, that's what I got going. We will keep things moving, keeping them alive, and just keep giving back, because that's the name of the game, really. Just to get back and see how this will help you. And that's what this is all about. Talk to you later.